Hello, everyone. We are on episode 2 of the Pacific.
In the last episode, they have landed on Guadalcanal. That's it. That's the name of the island. And we're following Lecky and Sledge and some other people that I don't remember now, and I feel kind of sad. I
remember the brutal fight they had on the beach.
Yep. The show definitely decides a dehumanization, like how quick they went through that. Mm-hmm. And Sledge is a famous author I read about, With the Old Breed. I actually read that years ago as a teenager, and I totally forgot what happened in that book. Cool. It's cool, but I don't remember anything of it, so I can't.
It's better than me. I didn't read it.
Yeah, but I think he went to, I don't remember if it was in Guadalcanal, but I remember he went to Pelu something. Yeah, that island. Pelu something. Yeah, that one. He went to that island. So yeah, the show has started out with them.
Now we'll see what's going to happen this episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's
enjoy.
Look how small that island is, though, compared to everything else. Henderson Field, there it is. You never really think about the jungle fighting, because in Wind Talkers, all the fighting was all done in the open conveniently where you can see all the Japanese.
I remember a village in that movie.
Yeah, but that was basically the extent of it. In this movie, however, everyone's hidden. You can't tell who's who. Oh yeah, these are the new guys. John, what's his name? John Bernthal's character. Bernthal's character. And his boys have arrived to relieve Lecky.
So they still haven't experienced war, like a battle.
Okay. Oh. So they can't shoot. They can't see him, so they just suppress the whole area. There's one guy. Oh wow, I can see his hands shaking. I was just trying to grab him. Great detail. And a half.
Supper's on. Anything good? What
okay, so this is the other guys.
Rations?
That's like same story everywhere. Shitty rations. Oh, I thought it was him.
Come on, Lecky.
Looks a bit like him.
Could be the hair.
I know he is. He's the
Good to see you and ever so slowly.
He played the big Colossus guy in X-Men 2.
Oh yeah, he did look familiar.
Interesting. In older photos, you can see everyone is like very, very skinny, not like today's pictures.
You mean like compare with them?
Yeah, because the food they.
I'll bet.
I don't answer to you, Morgan.
What?
Shove it.
What?
Get those off, lads.
The reports I want to hear is that a bunch of Jap ships have been sunk somewhere off some crappy island called Guadalcanal. But then we need the Navy for that, wouldn't we?
Oh my God.
Think of it as me.
Oh my God.
Special force recruited from jails and insane asylums for bloodlust.
He looks like someone from Prison Break.
We know that actor.
Rumors that they would never get here until the contract.
I can't think either.
The Army just landed. Raggedy ass Marines. We look this way for a reason.
You sound like my fucking wife.
It looks like it too.
Oh my God. There's a big rivalry between the Army and the Marines. Because they're Marines and the Army is others. Okay.
The Army don't know the Jats bombed the airfield, not the beast.
Oh, I see. This is Army stuff.
Again, another picture.
Every episode is just gonna be him looking at a picture of a woman.
With a family. They took the box. I couldn't open it in there.
Captain from the 164th raising hell about somebody breaking into his trunk and stealing a box of cigars and shoes. Not just any. You might want to watch where you wear those. Or smoke any cigars you might not have.
He's not. He's doing the two. God, no toilet paper either.
No.
We live in a blessed time. There's been Band of Brothers in the way because the first few episodes I have no idea who's who, and then you slowly start to catch on who's who. There's actually way more cursing in this already compared with Band of Brothers.
Oh yeah.
They had to endure that every night because the Japanese Navy would come down, bombard them, and then quickly flee.
That is so sad.
Start taking out.
How was the dog lived?
Some little Jap lady. Weapons plant. She puts in 5 more grams of explosives. Man, that could have been us.
Basilone, Fanny. Topside thinks the Japs are going to attack up by the Guadalcanal, hoping that they can run their armor up the coast road right into the airfield.
They have armor?
If that happens, 3. Get it done.
Aye, sir.
Basilone, Rodriguez, stay behind. Hear this, hombre? I need another runner.
The hell, Colonel, we're sick of it.
Get your shit.
You have to crank the phone manually just to get it to work. Jesus.
Wow.
Hey,
Japs are on the move.
Well, I can't have my platoon suffering.
That's nice of him.
It's a gesture of a gentleman. We must really be fucked. Yeah.
That's what they took.
With some good old Jello. Not Jello.
Jam.
Jam. I just call it Jello. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I didn't mind up there with the faith.
Fuller, report, over.
I got the whole fucking Jap army headed your way. Over.
Rodriguez.
Sir.
Run as much ammo down there as you can.
Aye, sir.
I'm not just coming across the Metallica. Coming right at us.
Mantanico, I think that's the river. This is why they prepared the whole position.
Okay.
Oh, they're trying to break through the wires in the chaos. Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
Jesus.
Don't tell me you got
Half a bell.
That's it?
Yeah.
This is our last box too, Sergeant.
Oh, are you serious? Isn't that practically suicide for the Japanese to just charge in like that?
Yeah, but that's how they,
That's how they operated?
yeah. And they won't say surrender because surrender is dishonorable. Mend the gun? Well, you can do that right there. Poor guy. Fuck. That's the flares.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this is really incredible.
Hey, cover me.
John, what are you doing? John, what are you doing? What the hell was that?
Now you got a clear field of fire.
He has to move the bodies just to have a clear field of view. That's so fucked up. Think about that. But it's the way the Japanese are trained. That's why. Eventually, some Japanese generals realized that this was stupid. It's fine. I guess so. Carry the ammo no matter what. So you'd think the other Japanese would be like, maybe charging across the open is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You'd think that, looking at the open field. Oh wow, some of them died on the barbed wire. Oh Jesus.
He's okay. He's sleeping. Man, you alright?
I haven't seen him. Those are third-degree burns. Have a seat over there and we'll get to you when we can.
That was when he was holding that.
Yeah, that's why his whole arm's burnt. That's how hot it is, 3rd-degree burn, just from picking up a gun.
Yeah.
I remember the M16 got really hot, but jeez, I didn't realize it was,
Jesus.
he could ask his colonel because he made him a runner. He made Rodriguez
yeah.
a runner, so he could ask him. Oh, did he find him?
Oh no.
Oh, he still wants to head off the war.
Well.
Eugene, I don't need your permission, Father. The worst thing about treating those combat boys from the Great War wasn't that they had had their flesh torn. It was that they had had their souls torn out.
The youth are excited to go to war while he's older, so he's kind of
He knows.
mixed about it, yeah. I mean, he did treat all those soldiers, too,
Yeah.
from World War One.
Bow you gave was yours no.
Maybe he's the one that wrote Guadalcanal Diaries.
Say hi to me.
Oh.
What?
Vera. Fellow runner says, how do you do?
He has like a brand new Santa hat on his head.
Oh,
Everything else
yeah.
is like dirty as shit. It's really funny.
Home. So what the hell rounds with Guadalcanal?
How fucked are we now on Guadalcanal?
Man, he steps to the left instead of his right. He slows down.
Yeah, but he didn't.
It really shows how tormented they are. Like if he had the went left instead of right.
Hmm.
You don't ever think about that.
Oh, they have to climb back up that? Jesus.
Wow.
Maybe they'll get a break next episode. Hopefully. The
That-
blindly
that,
almost gives like
yeah.
a Jesus sort of
In
thing.
heaven theme.
It's all it's missing is ah.
So how bad was it? Everybody's heard of Guadalcanal in the 1st Marine Division. You guys are on the front page of every newspaper in America.
Seems like they don't feel like heroes at all. Oh.
Well, in general, most of them are probably just happy they survived that shitstorm.
Yeah.
I'm glad they only show him taking a sip because it would make no sense if you somehow glub a whole cup of coffee in like
He-
one go.
Well, he learned his lesson from earlier.
Yeah. So he's doing it at little sips.
That's good continuity there.
Okay, so we're now done with episode 2, and Eugene's Sledge has managed to convince his father to let him go.
His father didn't even try to stop him.
Yep, and we saw Manny dies. So rest in peace, Punisher. I guess that show's not happening. Jeez. Yeah, it was Josh Mazzello. That's a Joe Mazzello. That's not name familiar.
Where?
This one.
Joe Mazzello. Yeah. That was a tough one.
Yeah, it
The
was
Japanese kept pouring in. The sergeant going back to retrieve ammo.
Yeah, he was just going back and forth, and then he got shot during all those times. That's what was haunting him. He's like, if he hadn't gone to that way, would he have died?
And it was also like his first up close kills.
Yeah. Basilone, that was his name. The guy that found his body. I'm pretty sure.
You said the Japanese generals eventually realized it was a bad idea to keep charging in.
Well, the Japanese, some of the Japanese generals were like, suicide charges will just hasten our defeat. So it's better to slow them down. You're not going to see this now, though. Right now, they're a little new to fighting in this kind of environment. It worked against in the early war, though, where they just overran everything. The fast movements and terrorizing enemies that way.
All those men all sacrificed to be one of the
few people that would break
runners.
through the line.
Yeah. But even if you do, you might get shot anyways, unless you do manage to overrun the place.
Yeah, the crazy thing is they would do this over and over. A lot of Americans were baffled by seeing this. Like I said, two totally different alien cultures looking at each other. The U.S. and Japan might as well be on two different planets looking at each other.
Yeah.
So.
Because in Band of Brothers, it's similar, like westernized.
Yeah, they're
culture,
fighting. The
but-
Germans wouldn't have been that dumb by charging at them, but the Germans also would surrender. The Japanese, however, self-surrendered
yeah.
differently.
Yeah, that's. Yep.
Yeah, but episode-wise, this is pretty good. A lot of combat this episode.
The bombing at the beginning was horrifying. And they had to hear that like practically every night. That was.
Yeah, the Japanese Navy would come down every night, bombard them, and then move on quickly. Eventually, though, that stopped because the Japanese lost too many ships fighting the U.S. Navy.
Oh.
There, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they did a pretty good job fighting the Americans at the time, the American Navy. But they didn't have enough resources. The U.S., however, could make however many ships they wanted. By 1943, you'll see the differences in the navies, where the Japanese Navy could not keep up with the American Navy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was in the later years of the war?
Yeah, the following year.
Oh, wow.
So, this episode, they've now they're done with Guadalcanal. And the cook was like, see, you guys are heroes. Because Guadalcanal, from their point of view, was the first big victory in the Pacific. So that's why. But from their POV, they're like, oh, we just fucking survived this shit.
Yeah, we just want to
Sure.
go home, eat normal food.
So maybe we'll see them on that break next episode.
Or different set of characters?
It could be, yeah. But Sledge is definitely going to be shown. Because,
that's true. Oh,
because his
send him
memoirs.
off to-
Yeah, his, the book he wrote was,
That was him?
the island that he's talking about. We haven't gone there yet, so I assume we'll see that in the next episode, since that's him anyway. So that's what I assume anyway.
Ah. I mean, the show is called The Pacific, so they're going to probably be showcasing all sorts of
Yeah.
war.
Lucky might be like another author I might have read. I'm now curious. I have to check this. There.
Wow,
He wrote a
look
lot
at
of books.
those. And some of them
So that
are
means
on
he survived.
Gutenberg.
Spoiler alert. Spoilers! Sorry. We didn't know, though. I mean, Sledge obviously survived since he wrote the book, so technically that's an indirect spoiler for me, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
As soon as
Oh,
you
spoiler
type
alert! The
up,
Japanese
like-
lost World War II. I'm sorry. If you guys wanted to see the ending of that, I'm sorry. There's probably atomic bombs involved. Actually, I wonder if they'll show that on the show. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Spielberg's
Probably not,
version.
Because it looks like they're only gonna follow the U.S. military side of it.
Unless they show it in his next show.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Oh, and his next show is gonna take place in Germany, the Air Force.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
okay.
bombing Germany over and over. But yeah, this is really
not a good episode. Not a
into the
solid
combat.
episode.
God though, fighting at night in the jungle, you can't see anything, and struggling like hand-to-hand combat with the Japanese.
Yeah.
That must have been rough.
Yeah. Very true.
I mean, they're only lucky the Japanese decided to charge them. Well, the other issue was in Guadalcanal. Both sides had the Americans overestimated the amount of Japanese on the island. The Japanese underestimated the amount of Americans on the island. So these two issues just played out in the battles.
Right.
The Japanese kept on. They made 2 different attacks in the airfields, and they're like, "We got this. There's only a couple thousand Americans on this island." Eventually, they realized there was way more. But the American side, the Americans,
Overprepared?
no, they overestimated. The general thought there was way too many Japanese on the island because he didn't really make an offensive push, even though he could have and cleared away the Japanese. But he didn't know this.
Is that why he made that comment? Like, we need more men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't the general though.
Oh.
But from their POV, yeah, that would be true. They might be early in the battle on the island. They were thinly spread. So yeah.
Oh, as they stated in the episode. I see.
How fast they see their humanity changed
Yeah.
by this really quickly.
Completely traumatized.
It's not really the same as Band of Brothers in a way. I don't feel like we're following a company that all knows each other. It feels like we're following different POVs, which is neat.
But they still feel like a band of sorts. You know,
Of
we
sorts,
see
yeah. They have to, otherwise.
relationships come together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and him. What was it? The captain catch him. Hey, captain complaining about some shoes being stolen. Looking down on the shoes.
Of course, he'll be on his men's side.
Yeah, he doesn't really
His
care.
company's side.
But yeah, that the Marine Army rivalry played out throughout the entire war.
Wow.
The Marines are responsible for attacking from the sea because they're the Navy's arm of infantry. Well, the Army's just Army. Yeah,
I see.
that game was really good. I think I about covered it.
That was a good episode.
Yep.
Very solid.
I think that is all we have
For today.
discussed for today.
Hmm.
I don't know what else to discuss. I feel like I went through all the topics. I went through the war. I already went through all the characters. I went through the episodes. Okay. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode 2 of Pacific, and we'll see you guys for episode 3. Take care, peace out, and have a
Wonderful day.
great day, and stay safe.